Welcome to Durham.
Love this place.
How do you like our humidity, though? I bet that's a little
That's a
tough.
little different from California, but
That's what I thought.
we're getting used to it. It's kind of
Good.
going away a little bit.
Good. How have you?
We understand you're going to be doing a tutorial for the media on how to develop your social media. Is that right?
Hey, any of you guys need help? I got you guys. Especially with dancing, I feel like I got a few dancers in here for sure.
You still making the videos?
Huh? Yeah, for sure. Anytime we're in the locker room, Sean, Jerm, we all just hop in the dance. It's fun.
You come in, you're one of 6 guards. There's a possibility to play 3 at a time. But so talk about where you see yourself fitting into this team.
Yeah, I mean, talking with Coach Shire, it's like I'm just here to do whatever I can to win. Whether that's cheer for my team on the bench, whether that's be in the game, make shots. I'm just excited to be part of this team and develop over the years. I get to play against people like Jerm and Tyrese, like who I know are pros. You know, they've experienced this game, and I'm just trying to learn as much as I can from them.
Are you better playing on the ball or off the ball?
Whatever Coach wants me to do.
How have those 3-guard lineups been so far with you and Tyrese and Jeremy? What's sort of the balance been?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fun because I love to play with other guards, especially them being high IQ. Like I'm trailing them, I can talk to them, they're listening. Our plays are set for the 3-guard lineup, so I'm just excited to play with them. It's been fun.
Have you ever?
About playing guard here as opposed to what you experienced before?
I'd say just. I don't know, I've always played with high IQ guards, whether that's Kylan or Donnie from high school. So I'm kind of used to playing with the 3-guard lineup. I think here it's just making sure everybody's getting involved and obviously having people like Flip in there, you got to get him the ball. So I think playing with great bigs is something I'm getting fun used to.
I bet. A lot of depth in the backcourt this season. What has it been like playing with those guys thus far, and what can you tell us about the other guys in the backcourt?
Yeah, I mean, Caleb, especially for me being a freshman, I didn't really know him that much coming in. I love playing with Caleb. Like that's like my best friend on the team. So we're roommates. So getting to know him on and off the court has been amazing. I think all the guards complement each other super well. When we do split squads and it's like me and Jerm and Reese and Caleb, it's always competitive. It's been amazing getting to play with them and like learn from them. I'm always eager to learn, especially people who've been experienced like Jerm.
Yeah.
Like he's been in this moment, he's been in the Final Four. So any tips I can get from him, it's been amazing to learn from.
You had some of the guys come out to Cali, work out with you earlier this year. We didn't hear too much about that. Can you share a little bit about that experience? And
Wait, when did I have him come?
I thought I read that you had some guys out in California to see you. They were working out there.
I think Sean and Caleb were out there. I wasn't with them though.
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
with them. Me and Jerm went to the CP3 camp together.
Okay.
But I wasn't with them training out there with them.
Can you expand on your summer since you covered that? What did you do this summer before you got it, Duke? And what were some of the first things you did when you arrived here?
Yeah, I mean, for the summer, I was definitely focused on, the rep Cali kids get is we're soft. So I think just looking at the ACC and being able to adjust to the physicality and making those floaters and just being able to knock down the open three. It's going to be huge in college. Kind of just working on the same stuff I've been working on, trying to perfect my craft, whether it's shooting the three or getting the paint and drawing defenders.
What's been your impression of the brotherhood before you got to Duke, and then now that you've been at Duke for a little bit of time?
That's a great question. It's always been, looking in from the outside, you're like the brotherhood. Every college says they're a family and that they're gonna stay together after. But being here for the first few weeks, I instantly could tell it's different over here. We went to Chicago and just meeting a bunch of the CEOs and entrepreneurs that are Duke alum. It's like they're willing to help you, especially being a Duke athlete. Like they want Duke athletes, where it comes from the team camaraderie we have, the being able to work hard. Like that brotherhood is really real. And it sounds corny, it sounds cliche, but it's real here at Duke, and it's been cool to get to know.
Speaking of that, Jason Tatum was here too.
Yeah. My light-skinned brother, a lot of people say we look the same. I think I look a little better, but no, it was cool getting to play with him. Like that's a NBA All-Star, one of the best players in the league. So watching him and seeing how he prepares for a workout or prepares for playing against us, it's amazing.
A couple of your teammates have mentioned you're shooting. For people who maybe aren't as familiar, what would be your self-scout of your game?
Self-scout?
Not to ask you to gas yourself up.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't go under on the pick and roll. But if you do, I think I can make the read. It's kind of hard because I feel like I can play on and off the ball. So whether you're in the gap trying to help, because you got other players like Tyrese that are going to draw defenders as well and flip. So you just gotta be prepared for anything, you know.
How does it work defensively in those 3 guard lineups?
We're able to switch. I think that's huge for us, being able to be on defense and switch 3 guard defenders. Even sometimes with Flip, who can guard the perimeter. So I think it'll be elite defensively.
That could be an adjustment for guys that do college basketball, switching all the time.
Yeah.
What's that been like for you? What have you learned about yourself?
Just that talking is key. Communication is key. Especially switching down screens with other guards, or even with Flip, we got to know who he's guarding. So we might not have to switch because it might be a bigger guy, and obviously don't want to put me on a bigger person like that. But I think communication is the biggest thing I've learned switching the 3 guards.
Jared, can you tell me about your impression of just this area in Durham, North Carolina? You got booed at Walmart. I think you told a story about that.
Yeah.
Talk about how intense you've noticed it being the basketball.
The rivalry is definitely huge out here, of course. I got booed in Target when I walked in, just getting some toiletries, just needed some floss and just getting booed. So definitely takes some getting used to, but it's been fun. Like, we obviously get cheered when places we go, and people just ask you questions. They just want to talk to you, get to know you, and they love you. I know during the season there can be some ups and downs, so getting used to that will be tough, especially with the TikTok. I know people will be definitely in the comments saying some stuff, so just gotta embrace it. That's just who I am. But I love Durham. Durham has been fun to get to know. I got my car here, so I'm able to drive around and get to know Durham a bit.
Go ahead. Let's talk about embracing that. Do you expect to be, maybe because of your outgoing personality, to be the center of other teams? Other fan bases getting a chance, and you have the thick skin to.
Yeah, I kind of knew coming into it that, especially being at Duke, which is one of the most hated, that you're gonna get hated on. Me being on TikTok and having the social media following, I know that other teams' fan bases are gonna key in on that, but I'm just being me, so I can't listen to other people's opinions.
Have you studied old Duke players like your Christian Leitners and J.J. Reddicks, and how much time have you spent watching old tapes or kind of studying their stories?
Definitely J.J. Redick and Seth Curry, Austin Rivers. Just been doing my film on that, and Shire will send me film on whether it's him or something like that.
Do you have a favorite?
Johnny Dawkins wore my favorite number, 24, but I'd say J.J. Redick probably my favorite player.
How did you get started doing the TikTok?
It started in quarantine when I knew I couldn't be made fun of at school. I was able to. I've always loved dancing since I was a kid. Like I would just dance whenever. So being that TikTok was on there, I was like, I can do exactly what they're doing with these big followings. So I just started watching dances and learning them and posting them, not really caring what people thought. And then it really started to pop off at Peach Jam and UIBL. I posted them after we won, and thankfully, God willing, we won the Peach Jam. So it was perfect. It was like a perfect connection to mix the dancing with what I love is basketball.
You're really laid back about it. How do you deal with the haters?
It was tough. There was definitely some times during the season where I'm like, why am I getting hated on? All I'm doing is dancing and smiling and just trying to spread some positivity, but they'll find a way to hate. And then you got to realize that it's just them projecting their insecurities and them wanting what you have. But it's been a humbling experience trying to be humble and stay humble in that and not respond. My family, they're always gonna have my back, so they want to respond. But I'm like, we just got to stay off of it and just continue to do what I love.
Being so cool and laid back like that, how does that translate to the court and game when when the moment is tough and you really have to make a play? How's that translate?
Yeah, I think I do a lot of meditation, so I think having that quietness in the mind when things are crazy and there's people all around screaming, I've been able to calm myself down, whether it's doing breathing techniques, So I think it's just in my mind. Like I know what I'm capable of from having a bad game. I know how to be centered with myself and find my breath. It's always been huge for me.
Looking at your freshman class, it's just the four of you. Can you talk a little bit about how it's been getting to know each other off the court and now playing with each other on?
Let me tell you, the freshman four, these are some of my favorite people I've ever met in my life. I love all of them. We got here and I didn't know any of them that well at all, and we instantly just connected. Like those are my best friends, and we do everything together. Group chat, freshman four. He calls the freshman four. His mom actually makes some T-shirts for us. So yeah, I love getting to know them, and we do everything together.
And how has it been now playing with them as you guys are starting to train?
Yeah, I mean, I love playing with them. Obviously, Sean over here breaking records. TJ Power, he's gonna do what he does at 6'9", and Caleb, being able to play with him off the ball and on the ball, I think we complement each other's game very well. So, and just I think us being best friends, I think translates on the court. So.
How well did you know those guys before you got here?
I didn't know him at all. I knew Sean a little bit from like Team USA and stuff like that, but I didn't really know him at all. So it's TJ. TJ's very low key, so I didn't know him at all.
What about guys who were already on the team? Did you know any? Like, what were your relationships?
I mean, I went on 2 visits, and my first one it was when they played Virginia and they lost in the game winner. But so I didn't really get to hang out with the team that much, and then the next time I got to hang out with the team now a little bit, but it still wasn't, I didn't get to, I knew it was during season, don't want to bother him that much, but getting to know Tyrese a little bit more, he was my host.
You said that your roommate obviously is Caleb. You guys are from 2 totally different necks of the woods, so to speak. Are there any funny stories or anything that how you guys came together with the cultural differences in, say, California and Southwest Virginia?
Yeah, I think one thing that I've noticed is like the language that he uses is I'm starting to pick up on his, and I use it now. Whether it's like instead of using like, I'll use like, oh, he's likes that.
Right.
Just simple things like that. I've just picked up on using his little slang and his accent. But yeah, no stories I know right now.
Jared, what are the differences between TikTok Jared and on the court Jared?
Yeah, I think there's a big difference in terms of, I think, just how I approach it. TikTok, I'm obviously smiling, laughing, positivity, and I kind of always on the court, I'm always kind of centered and just kind of quiet, I feel like, in my mind. I don't know, when I look at my clips, sometimes I am smiling, but in the moment, I'm kind of not realizing that. So I think I'm more of a serious person on the court and just kind of focus on my craft. I think I like having that almost separate personalities where I know I can lock in on the court, but also have fun off the court.
What was kind of your welcome to Duke moment when you think back on it?
I would say getting booed in Target. I think I was like, wow, I'm really a Duke basketball player. I'm going to be hated by North Carolina players no matter what.
Is there a method behind the polished colors? Like when you have black on, it's like time to go, it's time to kill on the court? Or what was there?
It's kind of whatever I'm feeling. Like I went this past week, and it was our first official practice coming up, and I was like, it's time to lock in, so let's get it's black, but it's kind of in the light, it kind of is like a purplish blue vibe, so I wanted it's kind of a combination of the lock in with the Duke, so whatever I'm feeling at the salon, I'll just pick the color. And
it's black like your black Air Force One energy?
A little bit, yeah.
Sean said you guys are in the gym working out at 6 a.m.
Yep.
Is that something that you brought from home that you were already doing?
Yeah, I've always loved getting up early. I watch those videos, and the CEOs wake up early and get to work in. Kobe, that's my biggest inspiration. So he talks about waking up at 4 a.m., getting 4 workouts in. I don't know if I could do all that with practice and stuff, but definitely getting up. I like to get my meditation, my journaling in the morning. And, yeah, we get to, all 4 of us, we hold each other accountable, and we get up and get our work in, and just trying to get better each and every day.